Today I'm going to be doing a grand campaign as the Latin Empire in Europa Universalis 4. Our goals for this grand campaign were to become the ultimate Crusader state by forming the Kingdom of Jerusalem and then the Latin Empire after starting off as the tiny nation of Cyprus and conquering all of the Balkans, Anatolia, Arabia, the Mashriq, Caucasia, Egypt, and the Maghreb, and converting it all to Catholic, and dismantling the HRE, and discovering the lost Ark of the Covenant. This is where we left off last time. We've already formed the Kingdom of Jerusalem and the Latin Empire. We've conquered the Balkans and Anatolia and the Mashriq. The only thing that's left to do is finish off the conquest of Caucasia by giving it to our March of Armenia, finishing off Arabia, finishing off the Mashriq, and discovering the Ark of the Covenant. Oh yeah, obviously we need to convert it all to Catholic too. And by the way, we did dissolve the heretic HRE last time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final episode. Check out episodes 1, 2, and 3 if you haven't already. Links will be in the description and in the pinned comment. Alright, here we are back as the Latin Empire, ladies and gentlemen, our third to last grand campaign ever in Europa Universalis 4. The second to last is gonna be Aztec, and then the final one is gonna be an Austria World Conquest One Faith. So leave a comment and leave a like if you're excited for that. But yeah, this is where we left off last time, man, as the Latin Empire with the #1 great power in the world. We've pushed through almost all of our government reforms right here, just need the final one. Making an absolute frick ton of money. Level 3 advisors everywhere, good income from trade, ahead of time in almost every tech. We've wrapped up quality, religious, offensive, trade, defensive, economic. Mission tree is almost done right here. Under GovCap still, lots of policies active, converting everything to Catholic. This is what the religious map mode looks like right now. A pretty powerful Ethiopia this game as well. Good army, we can increase it even more. Still got Armenia as a march. And yeah, this is where absolutism is at, estate super loyal. So yeah, it's time to jump right in, man. We have less than 100 years to go in this campaign. I think I'm gonna get right into wars right here with the Mamluks, because as you can see, they're guaranteed by everyone, even my ally Spain. So let's finish off the Mamluks right here, take everything that they have in Arabia and everything that they have down here, so then we have easy access to Ethiopia. Do we co-belligerent Yemen? No, we don't. Imperialism? Yes, we do. There we go, this war was fairly quick and easy, especially the piecing out on Yemen and Ethiopia, whose capital is still here, made them break the alliance with Portugal. And, you know, because this isn't actually a full annex on the Mamluks, they've started colonizing, they will accept a peace deal for this. So there we go, first war already done, Mamluks are out of our hair. Later when we fight Ethiopia, obviously we need to take... Damn, they're even here, man? That's actually crazy, dude. This is like one of the biggest Ethiopias I've ever seen, dude. That's actually nutty. Yeah, it's gonna be like, it's easy to piece them out because we only need to, you know, a few things from them and their capital is here. But later when we actually fight them directly, it is gonna be quite annoying because we do need land from them here and here. Might even need to do 2 wars versus them, but no big deal. Okay, that's done right there. Like I said in the intro, man, out of all of the goals that we have, I can't even remember all of them right now. And by the way, yes, I am converting stuff to French too. Because we are French, by the way. Emperor Godfrey III Alba right here. We do have all of the Balkans, all of Anatolia, all of the Mashriq. We just need to finish off Arabia, Egypt, and the Maghreb. Obviously, you know, these are our Catholic brethren. Spain and Portugal, like I've said many times. But, you know, Emperor, you know, the Alba family here and us as the premier Catholic empire, we may not be satisfied with how they're dealing with the whole religious situation over here. So we might end up fighting them. I mean, who knows? But yeah, in the meantime, man, we got truces with Yemen and Ethiopia, so maybe we go up to the Caucasus because we do need to feed all of Caucasia to our March Armenia. Russia here is going to be pretty annoying. A freaking massive war. Look how powerful Russia is, by the way. Just for only one province, dude. Just for this, we are going to have to do that. But maybe we do Avaria and their overlord Nogai first, because it is only like 7 provinces here. And Aquilo and Transoxiana shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's do that, and then we'll deal with Russia, and then we'll come back and deal with Yemen, and then go in on Ethiopia, or vice versa. Not a lot of conquering to do. Not a lot of conquering. As for the HRE boys, like I said in the intro as well, already dismantled. Look, they've turned heretics, you know? We couldn't let another empire exist. We are the holiest and Romanist empire Alright, folks, armies are in position. I don't think we need to wait to core anything up or something like that. Let's just insta-declare on Avaria right here. We will not co-belligerent Nogai because Persia comes in like that. Let's just do imperialism, and there we go. Next declaration, let's just walk in. By the way, this other thing is just the Commonwealth fighting revolutionary Nitra. Yes, the revolution has spawned. I think Lubeck went revolutionary first. Let's take a look at that. Or actually, no, it spawned in Burgundy. But Burgundy isn't revolutionary. No, they're not. Yeah, there are some revolutionary guys. Obviously, we as a, you know, as a clerical state, man, as a crusader state, we don't believe in that. The only thing we believe in is, well, you know. If you're wondering why I'm talking all these things, if you're watching like this video first, this is like a roleplay-y type campaign, right? Counter-Reformation ends? No! Yeah, we're still good on like these guys and whatnot. Oh, come on, man. They keep stealing it. And of course, the reason we're pushing out of Egypt down here, even though I'm such a neat freak for borders, we're actually going for Dongola, Red Sea Coast, Upper Nubia, and Tigray down here in the Horn of Africa, because we do need to own the province of Axum right here in order to get the event, the Ark of the Covenant, which I've never gotten. And that's the final one of our regular missions, right? All of this other thing right here. Well, actually, these two are the colonization ones. These two will get done anyway. And there's the peace out on Avaria and Nogai, so we only need one more province in the region of Caucasia in order to wrap that up as well. Is someone willing to help right here? The Commonwealth would, but they're in debt. Actually, I would like to call the Commonwealth in this, man, because they could keep this fairly big Russia, who's actually weaker than both of us, busy. So I'm gonna gather up some cash, send the Commonwealth like 5,000 or 6,000 ducats, and we'll go in literally for only one province. I think it's best to declare just a regular conquest on this so we can farm war score, but yeah, let's bring the troops back. Okay, money has been sent to the Commonwealth. They are willing to help. There we go. So we're just going a regular conquest, literally for only one province. Let's go. See, the bigger problem here... Oh, someone else is willing to come in? Right, the Commonwealth. I never call anyone in. The biggest problem is actually this massive freaking Jaunpur, dude, that owns, like, almost all of India. And, yeah, even more. Yeah, but how much war score will we need for one province? Also, I built up the Great Wall of the Maghreb here. It's literally all level 8 forts. So, in preparation for Jaunpur coming in, got one down here as well. Revolutionary Osnabrück. Our brothers and sisters in the faith are requesting them to come to their aid in the Burgundian Osnabrücker war against Burgundy, Revolutionary Köln, Sweden, Hungary, Great. Who are they actually fighting? Is that really Revolutionary Osnabrück? No, that's Dortmund. But I don't want to do this either. It's so easy to just re-become Defender of the Faith, though. Okay, let's check war score on this. 3. That's not that bad. And that's it. They're already willing to accept. Cool. And there's another region under our belt. Oops, I took it for myself by accident. Grant Province. There it is right there. And we have the entire Caucasus on lock as well. Perfect. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 regions done. Yemen. They're allied to Ethiopia. If I co-belligerent Yemen, Transoxiana comes in, it's actually not that bad. Do we do them in the same war? Province war score cost on Yemen is 161, but I should be able to take them all out at once, unless that modifier shows up there as well. Spain and Portugal are beefing. But yeah, it's only 3 guys we gotta fight right now anyway. Or well, 4, I guess. Portugal, Spain, who we're still allied to, by the way. These are gonna be our last wars, so... Yeah, declare on Ethiopia, take Max... make Yemen end this alliance, or maybe even don't make them. We can just reset our truce with Ethiopia if we don't take everything. Yeah, let's chill for just a couple of years to get our manpower back, and we're gonna go in on Ethiopia. Why not? Where's the other army? What the hell are you doing in Finland? Okay, gathered up some manpower. We're actually gaining so much because I've put down soldiers, households, and all of those things, and I put up a 3rd army. Let's go ahead and declare on Ethiopia. Unless we take ignore coring distance right here, we actually can't get these provinces before fighting Spain. So it looks like our final war could also be versus Ethiopia right here. So let's go ahead and declare on them. It'll actually be imperialism, dragging Spain and the Pope, and I'll take I'll take this primarily and then whatever we can over this way. And of course, just white peace Yemen. Let's go. What the hell is going on, man? Okay, so war is going all right. I'm not moaning about the war. I just pieced out Yemen and Adran. Well, not just. I pieced them out. White peace on both of them, so it was easy. Sieging Ethiopia here. General died. Let's hire one back. And sieging them down here. So we're pushing down towards their capital right now. Picked up admin, whatever, where I shouldn't have because it's actually very expensive to take everything from Ethiopia. So whatever, it's time for another idea group. I am gonna pick up quantity over here, so there we go. But in the meantime, dude, the Commonwealth got involved in some sort of a succession war. Who are they fighting? Saxony, Russian succession war. So this OPM Saxony. Oh, it's the other way around. I shouldn't have declined, dude. So Saxony got this Giga Russia as a junior partner, and Commonwealth contested it. I declined because I didn't want guys pouring in from the north where I was so busy down south. So I've tanked some Diplorep on that. There it is. But also, dude, a freaking Pope got declared on by France. And I, paused and paused at the same time, and it ticked over because my game runs so fast. Before I could click record, it ticked over, and I auto-declined, which of course is embarrassing. I mean, we already fought France once in order to liberate the Pope. Well, not liberate him, but stop him from being annexed. Jesus Christ, and I can enforce peace. No, I can't enforce peace. You see, because we're role-playing and stuff like that, we're actually fighting to keep the Pope alive here. Why is this river so vivid from so far away? We're fighting to keep the Pope alive against this disgusting France. So I'm actually gonna have to do an extra war here to fight France and liberate the Pope, where I should have just accepted it. God damn it, man. I should have accepted both, really. I should have helped the Commonwealth and the Pope. That's not very Latin Empire-y of me. Either way, let's chug along, man. This war is getting nasty. But yeah, as you can see, we can take everything, at least over on this side from Ethiopia. Obviously not this right here. It just will cost so much admin points and stuff like that, which is why I shouldn't have taken the next tech. Obviously, aggressive expansion is not a problem because they're like the only Coptic nation in the world, so yeah, let's continue with this war, man, and then I gotta go. France is gonna annex the Pope. Then I gotta go fight France to make him release the Pope. Wait, we only gotta siege down Axum to get this mission? Yeah, controlled. Well, maybe it would be cooler that we, our soldiers have found it during the war. What do you guys think will happen? Yeah, let's take it now. The Ark of the Covenant. I'm actually going to read this event. After a bloody struggle against its defenders, the Ark of the Covenant has been recovered. In their death throes, the Guardians warned us to never open the secret chest. But as the glorious golden casket sits upon the floor of the palace in Constantinople. Why is it still called that, though? Can we change this? Constantinople. There we go. I guess you could change that lower one as well. Very nice. Emperor... God damn it, man. Washing machine is done. Emperor Antonio I is gripped by temptation. Yeah, not that administrative. It is said the Ark contains 2 of the 10 commandments given to Moses directly by God. Such a treasure can hardly be ignored. Even to gaze upon such holy relics would be divine. Or perhaps it would be blasphemy. As the Emperor approaches the Ark, he wonders if it's worthy. Oh, you actually see what happens. Okay, we gain Ark of the Covenant until the end of the game, prestige and legitimacy. And either he dies, or we gain yearly papal influence until the end of the game. He does not step away. Ah! He died! As Emperor Antonio I dies, just like in Indiana Jones, burned alive like the Nazis. Empress Regent Anastasia of Penthavir takes the throne until Antonio II can ascend after having watched his father being burned alive. Thanos snapped in front of his eyes. That's a cool event. Was it worth it? Oh, actually, we don't gotta take this then. Oh, then what the hell do I care about conquering that for? Yeah, we didn't need to conquer it. We just needed that mission. In that case, I'm gonna scale down and just go for this. Yeah, Empress Regent Anastasia is so angry at the Ark of the Covenant, she doesn't want anything to do with Axum. And like that, we're just gonna wrap up Egypt. But I do need to give these 3 provinces away because it's my OCD. Well, there's the peace out. And with that, we have a base in Africa, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it's way cheaper to core than freaking taking everything else. Yeah, because I don't want any of this right here. I'm actually gonna return this province to the Mamluks. There we go. All of that goes back to them. Very nice. And we can lock down the border with Egypt right here. With the Horn of Africa, I mean. Nice. Okay. Let's wait for truces with freaking Yemen to expire, because that's the only guy I gotta fight except for Spain and Portugal, and then again Ethiopia. Yeah, can I help the Pope now? Oh, wait. We need the Pope to like us for us to enforce peace. Oh, no. I need to like the Pope to enforce peace. Why the hell do I not like the Pope? I like the Pope. Oh, okay. Thanks. Yep. Okay, let's go help the Pope. So, the Commonwealth actually just came in this... Where the hell do I not have access? God damn it. The Commonwealth just came in this war as well, and they did manage to snatch Russia from Saxony. Surprise, surprise. But they peaced out relatively quickly after I beat them up in a couple of battles. Meanwhile, the Bastille was stormed, so we're fighting revolutionary France now. And, yeah, we're winning-ish. I just need to find a way to get back to... Wonderful, to get back to freaking Italy. Okay, it's done. Good, because my navy was just getting beaten up. I was moving them over like this. But the Pope not only kept his land, but also acquired Perugia. Very nice. So we've succeeded in defending Rome once again. Okay, truce with Yemen is up. Yeah, we gotta get onto this, man. It's 1755. Bengal now, too? Oh my god, dude. Yemen should be full annexable here, even with this, so... yeah, we also need Socotra, right? Yes, we do. Okay, it's Yemen, and then it has to be Spain, boys. I mean, let's see, are we satisfied with how they're ruling the Maghreb? We are not. And neither are we with Portugal. Good thing they're not allied, actually. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. All right, armies are in position. I've started building up some other forts as well on defensible positions. Let's declare on Yemen. Imperialism, obviously. Actually, I'll call in Spain into this. Why not? They might help out a bit with Ethiopia, at least up here. So, let's go. You're kidding me. They're not 100%able. Yeah, by 2 provinces, man. God damn, what's my... Yeah, I need to get absolutism up. There's political absolutism. That could help out a bit. I also removed the privileges, so we gain more max absolutism. It's like 105 now. Hey. There we go. There it is. There's full annexation. By the way, absolutism didn't increase by much itself. I only bumped it up a little bit with stabbing up and stuff like that, but... Yeah, that's all we needed. That little bump in like 2 or 3 absolutism and that admin efficiency right there. Perfect. So now we just gotta beat up Transoxiana and Bengal. Also, with how slow I'm playing this campaign, and obviously you guys know I take grand campaigns more slow, you know, but, you know, I just run faster with this new PC and stuff like that. I realize I'll have to... actually slow down my playstyle and just not let the years run by without me doing nothing when we do the Austria 1 phase. Because at this point, 1760, yeah, that's about when we would wrap it up. Like 1780s is usually when I wrap it up with my regular playstyle. Obviously, Austria is a lot easier. We don't start off as an OPM and stuff like that, but yeah, I'll definitely need to change up my playstyle just slightly. Or maybe I do it on my old PC. I think I'm more effective, or not effective, more efficient when the game runs a little bit slower. Alright, Spain and Transoxiana are actually out of this war, and since we just need to wait for Bengal to peace out, I can't be bothered walking over to them. I might as well prepare for other stuff too, which is, of course, our unsatisfaction with how the Spanish are governing the Maghreb, as well as the Portuguese. So, you know, I'm angry at them, and there we go. There goes our century-long alliance with Spain. You fools! We're even the same family, Antonio II said. If only you had converted your provinces. We wouldn't have to, you know, it wouldn't have to come to this. But unfortunately, it will have to come to this. But yeah, realistically, man, it should only be 1 war versus Spain, and then 1 with Portugal, and then 1 with Ethiopia. They're not even allied to each other, so it's really not that bad. Spain is going to be annoying, though, especially because... you know, and Portugal, because they're so huge, so it's gonna be hard to farm war score on them. But, yeah, we're gonna do it. All right, didn't even have to wait that long, just white peace Yemen, and there's full annex, sorry, Bengal, and there's a full annex on Yemen. Obviously crazy AE, but we don't care, we're not fighting any of these guys anymore. So there we go. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we've wrapped up the Balkans, Anatolia, Caucasia, the Mashriq, Arabia, and Egypt, and the only thing that's left to control is the Maghreb. So, yeah, we just need to get ready, man, with, you know, with manpower and stuff like that. We can pick this up as well. Obviously, I can't build a navy that fast, that strong to go into Iberia, but, well, shoot, I got the money. All right, let's build up like 7 million heavies. I got a truce I need to wait for anyway, so, yeah. Oh, wait, dude. See, look at this. After ditching Spain, man, they're involved in the British New Spanish Colonial War and the Spanish-French Imperialist War, so they're not doing that dandy. I still got a 1 more year truce with them, but, I think it's time to prepare. Well, truce with Spain is up. Still building up some ships, but I think we declare. We got a royal marriage, but frick it. Now, I could go for imperialism here. Obviously, that's not gonna let me go ticking, but I don't think either Britain or France should end up... What the hell? Lotharingia! Burgundy formed it. Cool. Let's see the rest of the world. Oh, Jaunpur from Delhi. Duh, obviously. Aside from that, everything is similar-ish to last campaign. But yeah, I think I go for this anyway because no one is actually going to end up taking Madrid. I can't farm war score like this, yes, but just with conquest, 100% cost, 75 like this. I still, even with conquest, I should be able to take all of this. Ah, frick it, man. They're not that expensive. Let's just declare for Titeri or for Tunis or something like that. There we go. Regular conquest. Let's go. All right, 46% war score for this. Not bad. After the magnanimous Crusader fleet blockaded the Pillars of Hercules in the Straits of Gibraltar, Toledo, Madrid, Valencia, and Malaga all fell to the Crusader armies, led personally by Antonio II Alba. He was there all the time. Trust me, he definitely was. Spain is ready to capitulate and admit defeat. Wait, is this in the Maghreb? Kind of doesn't feel... I mean, I guess if we have this, we might as well take that, right? So Spain was finally ready to capitulate and give us all of their holdings in the Maghreb. And with that, our war with Spain is done. We probably don't have a CB on Portugal. Well, we got imperialism. And Ethiopia? Oh, wait, it's the final war then. Because we can take this from Ethiopia. Delhi, oh my god. All right, at least we got time. There's 50 years for us to do this war, but there's crusade against piracy as well. Okay, since, ladies and gentlemen, since this is going to be the final war, I will do, you know, proper preparations for this. I will pull out another army or two over here. We'll send in some guys here, here, here. We'll even send a couple of stacks or 1 or 2 stacks to go in against Delhi. So yeah, all we got to do in this next war, our final war versus Portugal, is take their holdings here, including Madeira. Shout out Cristiano Ronaldo, Sui, and yeah, take these like 5 provinces from Ethiopia. Separate piece on Ethiopia, obviously, since they're part of the coalition. Yeah, we're chilling. Okay, so let's bring these guys back. These guys can patrol the Maghreb. These guys can actually go back to Constantinople, and these guys can go down to Cairo to prepare for going down here. And then once we gather up some manpower, we'll gather up some more troops as well, and we'll declare. Okay, 1771, we have exactly 50 years, well, 49 years and a couple of months. So no rush at all. But yeah, it's actually good that these guys are allied, and of course they're allied, man. It's like a scripted thing. But yeah, man, still thinking about this Ethiopia. It's rare to see such a huge Ethiopia, even if you play this late, man. They're rarely successful, and even if they are, they usually go like this. Well, not down to Kilwa, but they do this right here instead of going this way, right? So yeah, this is them proper. And look, they've even gone into Congo, really? Who did they fight to get this uncolonized land? Yeah, they don't have anything colonization related. Interesting. And they are converting stuff to Coptic. Obviously, Ethiopia does have pretty strong religious stuff, and it's like missions and stuff like that, so that's cool. But yeah, while we're waiting, of course, we'll core this stuff up right here and convert it to Catholic. The only thing that's left to do is conquer. So yeah, during peacetime, folks, I'm just building up some armies now, gathering up manpower. We got 2 armies right here ready to go in Portugal and Ethiopia. Another one for Ethiopia, another one for Ethiopia, because we want to knock these guys out quickly to nab all of this from them. We got an army up here ready to take on and peace out Hungary, you know, setting up everything so this work can be perfect. We got 1 army right here ready to go against Delhi, and then once this guy is done with Ethiopia, they'll go and reinforce over there as well. Just building up some other forts in strategic provinces, you know, the defenses here, everything over here, up here, down here, building up some new ones. We've converted everything already. And something else I'm waiting for right here is to get the final idea in quantity ideas, so we get plus a 33% land force limit, so I can put down another stack, which will, I think I'll probably send that one off to fight against Delhi as well right here. So that's all we're waiting on, just to not go over force limit, you know, and yeah, in the meantime, just doing some, you know, construction over here, further bettering the economy and stuff like that, you know. That's just what it is. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait a couple more years right here till we can get the final idea in quantity, and then we're going in our final war versus Portugal. Can I put down a flagship? I never really played with a navy this campaign except for the early game. Yeah, let's do a flagship. Let's call it the Jerusalem. It's gonna have mass load cannons, fleet morale, and flagship durability. Also, final idea group time, I guess. Don't really know what to take here. I've pretty much taken everything I want. Gonna have to be here. Ideally, I take admin right here for the CCR or something like that, but let's just keep going with the, I mean, we're all gonna spend it on coring, aren't we? I don't know, Diplo ideas. Why not? There we go. At this point, that coalition that formed after I fought Yemen has finally disbanded. Obviously, it was never gonna be a problem. Oh no. Antonio III, he's gone. Why do most Antonios suck with admin? Yeah, as we can see. You know what? Just the church, man. Oh, what's going on here? Portuguese New Granadan colonial war? Really? Who are they fighting? They're fighting these guys. Oh my god, Spain is gonna occupy Lisbon, aren't they? Yeah, let's go. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our final war in this grand campaign has started. Let's send the troops. Let's go ahead and conquer everyone. These guys, boom, down to the capital. You know, with Ethiopia moving its capital so much, they sure have kept it in Kawar quite a while. I think that one goes away, though. So let's send those guys in there. Let's send these guys off to Pest immediately. And these guys first, they'll get together. We shouldn't have access to Delhi instantly, but we'll gain it and we'll frick off. Don't want to give you that. And I do not want to call in the Pope. Let's keep him safe. My god, this war is a slog, dude. We like insta knocked out Hungary, and I'm like, this is gonna be so easy, but it's just been going on for so long. Portugal, man, they have deceptively strong armies. In fact, they wiped a stack. So I had to rebuild, but we're just sort of, look, the war's been going on for 5 years. Look what I've gotten, dude. It's just a back and forth, but we're pretty close to knocking Ethiopia out. What are these guys doing? Okay, they're auto-sieging. We're pretty close to knocking Ethiopia out. I just have to re-siege this for the 50th time, and then we'll be able to do this. Delhi, by the way, I sent in that stack over there. It got its ass beat. I don't even know how. Then it retreated, so I just sent it off to do stuff in Africa. Delhi, even though they have access, hasn't been doing anything, man. In fact, there's probably been only one battle between them, which I lost. Look, they got 650,000 troops. My army really isn't that big. If we take a look at, what about army quality comparison? Yeah, my morale is insane, but really discipline is now what matters. Look, Delhi, man, and they got massive armies, all of these guys. Yeah. Mine was obviously bigger, but yeah, actually, no, Portugal wiped 2 of my stacks, right? If we go into here, yeah, Portugal wiped 2 stacks, and I only rebuilt 1. Also, I can claim hegemon, obviously economic as always. And there we go. Ethiopia is finally out. Jesus. All right, I guess what we got to do is wait for Delhi to get sad, because nothing has been going on with them still. And now it's time to go in and occupy Lisbon. It was occupied by Spain earlier on, but whoa, Portugal won that war. Oh, finally. Okay, moment of truth. Will Portugal accept? No, they won't. Keep in mind, I'm even sieging stuff down here, man, with these guys on auto-siege. Yeah, that's what I said, man, at the start. It's pretty hard to farm war score on Spain and Portugal when they own half the freaking world, right? Look at all of this war score that we could get, but we're not getting. Everyone is out. It's just Portugal and their colonies left, man. It's just Portugal and their colonies, but they are still pretty far from accept. Well, not that far, huh? Yeah. Okay. Well, we just need to core this stuff up from, you know, Ethiopia, and then that's it. And don't worry, I'm not forgetting Madeira either. What about the Azores? Really? That's in the Maghreb as well? Come on, bro. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god, it changed so much. We should be good, though. I don't even have max ticking. There it is, folks. Our final war, and Portugal is finally willing to accept. Did my camera get lower? Usually you can't see my mic there. But there it is, the final war. Portugal is willing to accept to give us everything that's located in the Maghreb. We probably shouldn't have taken the islands, but hey, I don't want to get nitpicky right here. And that's our final war done. Our long-standing Catholic brethren, unfortunately, you know, they weren't managing the Maghreb like they were supposed to, man. They just weren't. So, with all of that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's core up these provinces. Let's convert up these provinces. And with that, our campaign will be done. We've conquered the Balkans, conquered Anatolia, conquered Caucasia, conquered the Mashriq, conquered Arabia, conquered Egypt, conquered the Maghreb. We just need to convert it all. We've dismantled the HRE, given the Caucasus to Armenia, discovered the Ark of the Covenant. All that's left to do is to convert them. That's it. We're done. I think a pretty nice third to last grand campaign, wouldn't you agree? In the meantime, while we're waiting, just building up some remaining monuments up to tier 3. You know, almost everything we have is at tier 3, but these are just some I've neglected, I guess. The conversion has started. It seems that Marrakesh will be the final bastion. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now that the final province of Marrakesh has been converted, we've officially accomplished every single goal that we set out to do in this ultimate Crusader state grand campaign. After starting off as Cyprus, in the tiny province of, well, Cyprus, we managed to form the Kingdom of Jerusalem, then the Latin Empire, which were our formation goals. We did manage to dismantle the HRE after it became officially Protestant, and we managed to conquer all of the Balkans, Anatolia, the Mashriq, Arabia, Egypt, and the Maghreb, and converted out to Catholic. We managed to conquer all of Caucasia for our march, Armenia, and we managed to discover the Ark of the Covenant. And with that, all of our goals have officially been accomplished. But yeah, there you go, man. Not gonna go through too much of what we did because obviously if you've seen the episodes, you've seen that. I'm also gonna show off the timeline shortly, but I just want to show off, you know, the rest of the country stuff that isn't gonna be visualized over in the timeline. We did end up #1 on the Great Powers list with 4,528 dev. Took economic hegemon, you know, pretty late. None of these were a part of our goals anyway, so it really didn't matter. In the government reforms, obviously, Crusader state tier 1 government reform. There aren't really too many unique ones over here. In fact, there are no unique ones, but this is everything that we took for the rest of that. Over in the court, level 3 advisors could be running level 5 advisors, of course, but there really was no point. In the diplomacy tab, only Armenia is our, you know, march right here, and we're allied to the Pope. We've stood with this alliance for the entire game, even though it got broken off a couple of times due to my negligence. We are still being chilling with the Pope. In the economy tab, making about 500 ducats, so not the richest campaign we've ever done. It's not even the most from trade, it's most from production, but economy really wasn't that much of a focus this campaign. This is the trade department, 52.6% goods produced. Ahead of time in admin and mill, not ahead in diplo because we are working on diplomatic ideas. These are the ideas. We took Jerusalem ideas and then Latin Empire ideas whenever we formed them. So we got, you know, quality, religious, offensive, trade, defensive, economic, quantity, diplo. Completed pretty much the entirety of the mission tree except for these two colonization ones and, you know, the silk and spices one. Why would Cyprus have those? I don't know. These are all of the policies we have right here. Over GovCap. I think this is the first time we've ended a grand campaign over GovCap, but that's because I didn't put down literally any state houses. I mean, still can do a lot more of these right here. Going back to over here, obviously, you know, every single province Catholic in the religion map mode. 120% religious unity, a trillion missionaries, missionary strength, defender of the faith. In the military department, pretty strong army, not the biggest one we've ever done, but actually pretty strong. Morale and discipline and combat abilities are nutty, especially, you know, artillery and blah blah blah. And then over in the estates, no privileges this time, and we ended up with 96 out of 115 absolutism. But yeah, this is what the culture map mode looks like, man, because we were technically French the entire campaign. This is a part of the Francocracy. You know, Cyprus is a remnant Francocratic state, I guess. We did convert some provinces to French, like our most important cities like Constantinople, Cyprus, and Jerusalem are 3 capitals. And then, of course, I just clicked around on some of the cheapest provinces for no reason. Some accepted cultures, some unaccepted. And of course, this is what the religion map mode looks like. Culture in the rest of the world, if you guys care. Religion in the rest of the world, if you guys care. Russia and you know, Ethiopia have been doing quite a lot of converting as well. What else should I show off, man? Let's go into the you know, the buildings real quick right here. So trade depots, marketplaces, blah blah blah, counting houses, high value trade good provinces, manufactories. We do got some furnaces, I think. I guess only one. It doesn't really matter too much. I put down some soldier households too. I don't think we did too many of these. Obviously churches in the early game, counting houses, you know, all of these right here. And that's the buildings. In the development department, man, most developed provinces, Constantinople. Second is Sana'a, then Zabid, then Aden, Cairo, Damar. A lot of these, yeah, it looks like a lot of people were doing deving. I was expecting like Cyprus to be over here, but it's not, dude. Cyprus is all the way down in like, yeah, we got so many high def provinces. I didn't really do any of these, to be honest, unless I might have done it inadvertently. But yeah, lots of very high def provinces, man. So many above 20 as well, above 10 and all that. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. This is a state department right here. This is stuff we haven't managed to state up. Obviously, we could very easily go under GovCap with state houses and even more town halls, but I think that's where we ended up looking like. So yeah, man, a very enjoyable, you know, Crusader campaign. We did one, you know, the Sunni version where we unified Islam. I think we did it as Andalusia or whatever, or I forgot who we did it as, but we did do it. Check out the Grand Campaigns playlist or whatever, or maybe it was even an A to Z, but I think we did a Muslim version of the same thing where we unified Islam and stuff like that. So yeah, I wanted to do a Catholic one as well. Like I said at the start of the video, the second to last one will be Aztec, and then the final one, if I gather up the strength to do it, will be Austria. But just so you know, guys, for Aztec, man, I can't go into conquering Europe and doing sunset invasion and stuff like that, because I don't want to do half a world conquest and then for the next grand campaign do an entire world conquest. So if we do Aztec, it's probably gonna be just North and South America, and even that's a bit too much, but frick it, I'll do North and South America, why not, with that Aztec thing. Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, man, that's been your Cyprus to Jerusalem to Latin Empire Ultimate Crusader State Grand Campaign. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't already for more videos, EU4 and EU5 coming up. And now the only thing that's left to do is take a look at the timeline and say goodbye. So here's the timeline. Wow, a non-broken timeline for once. Well, except that whole thing in Armenia. But I hope you all enjoyed. Once again, leave a like, subscribe, you know the drill. Thank you so much for the support on this entire series and on this specific campaign as well. And yeah, that's it for me for now. See you next time with Aztec. Goodbye.